It does not matter what a person's motivations are for going to the gym and training as long as they go to the gym and train. Hey everybody, I thought I would chat with you guys and gals a little bit about this today. And I'm coming at this from a background of having been an elite strength athlete, of being a coach who works with a lot of athletes, who has even historically had my own biases regarding, how and why people should train. But the simple reality is, a couple of reasons that we need to accept this other attitude. Number one, we have a health and obesity crisis in the West, right? We do. It is putting people into the grave early, destroying their quality of life. So, with some of that being said, I don't care why someone goes to the gym. I don't care what their goals are. I don't care if their goal is just to lose a little weight. I don't care if they're there because it makes them feel better emotionally for therapy. A lot of people do that. I mean, that was one of the reasons I got under the barbell. I don't care if it's for treatment for their PTSD. I don't care if it's to look good naked. I don't care if they want to compete in powerlifting. They want to be better at football, better at wrestling. They want to bodybuild. They want a physique competitor. They want to be a bikini competitor. Okay? Doesn't matter. As long as they are getting in the gym and getting the work done, it does not matter why anyone is there, and that includes you. And a whole lot of us need to be a lot more accepting of this fact. Okay? People go to the gym to improve their lives in some manner or another. That is why they are there. And that should be applauded. Again, when we have the obesity and the cancer and the heart disease rates that we have, which are absolutely absurd. There is literally no reason why these should even exist, right? And that includes cancer, because we know even lifting weights and obesity are enormous factors in cancer. Like, that's not even debated anymore. That's well accepted. That's well documented in the scientific literature. Yes, lifting weights reduces cancer. That is pretty much a scientific fact at this point. Obesity causes cancer. It is an enormous factor, one of the biggest factors, particularly if you're predisposed to it genetically. Being obese, that's a problem. Heart disease, all these things, this stuff is just ravaging us as a society. So anyone and everyone who is going to the gym to do better is taking an active stance against these things in their own life, even if that's not their primary motivation. Okay? I don't care. That's even been said. I used to certain times laugh at, even though I'm doing physique training now, of people who just wanted to look good, the only reason they train. But you know what? When we live in a society where these problems exist, I'm going to applaud that too and say, you know what? Go for it. Because you're probably saving your own life in the process. So how can you knock that? How can you knock that? Because literally everyone who's in there is going to be better off for it. Even people say, what about the big heavyweight powerlifter? Well, what if they just were going to eat a lot anyways? They're still going to be healthier. The super heavyweight powerlifter or strongman is still going to be healthier at that same body weight by being a vigorous athlete. They're still going to be better off. So are they improving their health by being there? A lot of us like to eat. I mean, I could almost argue that's a good reason alone for me to train. I've been previously very obese. I've been 300 plus pounds before. I like to eat. You know what? I can eat a lot more food when I'm carrying an extra 40 pounds of muscle. I can eat a lot more food and stay leaner. I can eat almost as much food as I did when I was 300 pounds. Not necessarily the same type of food, but quantities, absolutely. I probably eat just as much food volume every day while being reasonably lean and fit. So again, all these things, I'm going to say, go for it, as long as they're getting in the gym, as long as they're putting in the work. And we should all see it that way. There was a time when I was coming up, and again, I'm going to sound old, my age is kicking in, I'm 47. There was a time when everybody loved everybody at the gym. Right, that's true though. When there were not as many gyms, there's not as many people going, there was community. Okay, there was a sense of community, and every person who was there was a sense of mutual respect. And it didn't matter whether it was the bodybuilders and the power lifters had the same amount of respect to the 65-year-old grandma or the 70-year-old grandpa over there on the machines who we saw in there all the time. It's like, man, I see them in here at least 3 days a week. Go to occasionally talk to them, spark up a conversation. You know why? Because there was a mutual respect. They were at least there putting in the work. Same thing, you saw the really heavy obese person who was coming in, doing a little bit of lifting, then getting on the treadmill, getting on the recumbent bike. You know, they're losing weight. They might still be 300 pounds, but they're on their journey. You know what? They were respected. Do you know why? Because they were one of us. They were one of the few people, like the 1% of people who went to a gym all the time. And they'd been there a little while. Once they you know, one thing if you're new, no one cares first couple weeks in there. They've been in there for 3 months. And you can tell they've lost that first 10, 15 pounds maybe. They might still be 350. But they were starting to see some progress. They were paying their dues. And that is how the community was back then. Everyone who was in that gym paying their dues, putting in the work, they were one of us. They were one of us. Because they were getting on the weights. They were doing some cardio. And particularly anybody who was doing any weights. Again, there was a mutual respect. There was a sense of brotherhood, a sense of sisterhood. We need to think like that again. You know, instead of, oh, I don't like what this person or why they're in the gym. Because they do something very different than you. Or I don't even like because they're in there as some TikToker, some girl shaking. So what? She's in there putting in the work. Why do you care? Why do you care what they're doing in there? Are they putting in work? Are they getting in shape? It doesn't matter. Okay, it doesn't matter. The person doesn't have to do exactly what you do to have that mutual respect and that sense of camaraderie. Because everybody in there is putting in work. All right, guys, but that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it's been informative, and I will talk to you guys and gals next time.